Stop taking concealed carry advice from 25 or 30-year-old athletes who have never slipped a disc. If you have a drawer full of expensive holsters, but your gun is sitting on the nightstand because it hurts your hip to wear it, you're not a protector. You're a victim in waiting. I've got news for you. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm a husband, a brother, and a son. I've spent 30 years in the firearms world, and I have 12 years in the Army Reserve. But none of that matters if I can't protect my family. I don't want to wake up in a prison cell because I made a bad choice, and I definitely don't want to fail my family because my gear didn't work or I wasn't carrying it. We at Everyday Gun Owner help you tackle the real physical roadblocks, the fading eyesight, the weak hands, chronic back pain that force older protectors to leave their guns and equipment at home. Today, we're going to help you fix that so you can get back to protecting your family. Let's talk about the uncomfortable truth of aging. It sucks. Most concealed carry advice assumes you have perfect vision, grip strength like that of a gorilla, and lower back that hasn't not been abused by decades of work. The forums or videos tell you to train through the pain, buy the latest tactical rig designed for an operator, or in the Army it was a bunch of aspirin or ibuprofen, Ranger candy, and keep going. Here's the reality. FBI stats and self-defense law don't care about your arthritis, but your body does. We know from talking to hundreds of you in the comments that physical decline, weaker hands, bad backs, fading eyesight is pretty much the one reasons why older people stop carrying consistently. You wake up, your hip hurts, your back hurts, it's uncomfortable, so you leave it in the nightstand or in the safe. I've been there. Gun in the nightstand protects nothing. Let's break this down. First, your eyes. You can't focus on the front sight anymore. It's blurry. If you can't see it, you obviously can't hit the target. Your hands. You used to be able to rack the slide with 2 fingers. Now arthritis makes a standard 9mm feels like it's welded shut. Third, your back. Heavy concealed carry pistol on a cheap leather belt pulls your spine out of alignment, and after 4 hours, you're in agony. I've been there. I have been down that road. I know exactly what it's like. I live in Phoenix. It gets hot. Stopped carrying for a while because guns are heavy and I was miserable. I have back pain, hip pain. I'm starting to get arthritis in my right hand. I had to adapt what I carried and my holster to fit my life, or I was basically going to be defenseless. The worst part wasn't the pain, it was the shame. You feel like you aren't the man you used to be. You worry about becoming a burden instead of a protector. You worry that if you have to draw that weapon, you'll fumble because your hands don't work like they used to. That fear creates hesitation, and obviously in a fight, hesitation kills. It's not about looking cool. It's about duty, stewardship. You have a duty to protect your family. That duty doesn't retire just because your eyes did. If you're too stubborn to adapt your gear because of ego, you are failing that duty. That's a problem, my friend. You are choosing pride over protection. Comfort is not a luxury. Comfort is a tactical necessity. If it hurts to carry, you won't do it. And if you don't do it, you're useless when the bad guys show up. Now I can hear the internet commandos already. Just get stronger, Dave. Don't carry a mouse gun, carry a real caliber. Hey, if you can't rack the slide, you shouldn't own a gun. Or you shouldn't own that gun. That's crap. Garbage. That's advice for a world that doesn't exist. You can't tough out a degenerating disc in your spine. I know, I have one on my L7S1. You can't willpower your way through cataracts. Here's the truth. First rule of a gunfight is to have one. 380 in your pocket beats a custom 1911 in your safe every single time. If you let the internet bullies shame you out of carrying a gun you can actually physically handle, they are not the ones who will pay the price. You are. Stop listening to them. Stop fighting your anatomy. Treat aging as a design problem. It is not a moral failure. Now, I talked about this in my previous video about mindset and consistency when I talked about my ADHD. Today, I want to focus specifically on the physical pain. Make sure it is empty. Used to carry this 19C in a custom-made single-clip Kydex holster inside the waistband. I have what you call a Dunlop belly. Stomach is Dunlopped over my belt line. If you're looking for concealed carry for big guys, you know exactly what I mean. Because of that belly, standard positions like the appendix carry are torture. I have to carry at the 3 to 5 o'clock position. This old holster sucked. It dug into my butt every time I walked. I kid you not, it was torture. Finally got tired of the pain, did some research, and got a crossbreed super tuck for the Glock, and I love it. Let me put that in there. Pain is gone. It almost feels like I'm not even wearing it. Now, I am not saying you need to go out and buy exactly what I have, but this is one of my biggest concealed carry tips. If you are uncomfortable while you carry, the pain makes you not carry at all, you really need to look at getting new gear. Do not suffer through it. I put all the solutions into 3 free guides depending on what's hurting you. If your back or hip hurts, you can grab our How to Carry Consistently guide. If you have eye trouble, they're blurry and you can't see the sights, we have an Aging Eyes cheat sheet for you. If your hands are weak or if you have arthritis, you can download our Aging Hands protocol. They're all free. You'll all find them in the description. Audit your gear against your pain points and stop the excuses. You do not have to slide quietly into irrelevance. You can still be the one who stands between your family and violence, but you have to be smart enough to adapt. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions today. You can answer them in the comments too. Does your current holster cause you pain after 2 hours? Can you rack your slide on your worst hand pain or arthritis day with wet hands? Did you leave your gun at home even once this week because it was too much hassle? Now, if you answered yes to any of those, you have some work to do. In the next video, I'm going to show you why minimalist everyday carry is dangerous, why stripping your EDC down to 2 or 3 things can leave you open to lawsuits, criminal charges, and how you can prevent that. I'd like you to go to the website, go to the links, grab the guide that fixes your specific problem right now. Don't wait until you need a gun and don't have it. Stay safe, and I will see you next week.